All right. What is up, guys? Today we are continuing my video series about my Risen King's journey. This is going to be actually a very long series because there's a lot of stuff I need to talk about. I mean, 5 years of playing, it's a long time. But anyway, we're going to be looking at my first Racing Kings World Championship, which I think I got like seventh in. Yeah, seventh. It was not very good. I'd been playing for about a year by now, so I guess seventh would be, after only a year playing, you think that's pretty good. But I thought I performed poorly. But we're going to be going over the rest of my 2021 RKWC. We looked through some of the games I played against Sidges. I don't even know how to pronounce him. But yeah, now we're going to be going into my second round, which was that's later. So I had a first round bye. I was the 5 seed. Yes, beat this dude. And then I went and played Luka, and that was an exciting match. So we're going to look at how that went. So yeah, this study is public, made on this account. I'll go ahead and put it in my Discord, so you can find it there. But y'all can come here and look at it. It's not private or anything. So if you want to do that, go ahead. But yeah, so I'm going to start it right here. I was black. Um, I knew Luca played this King G3, King F4 line, so I went ahead and was going to play the capture H1. Normally instead of King B3, I go Knight E4, but yeah, I even say it right here, but that lines I analyzed both turned out to be a draw, and this one was more straightforward, so I went for this one. My goal of this match really was because I knew he was going to play this Super Josh opening as white. I was just going to take a draw as black and fight it out as white and see what I could do. So I thought that was a pretty good strategy, and you'll see how it went. But yeah, so next queen, the defend. I mean, this is all theory, very straightforward. I mean, you can look at the amount of times it's been played. They're really all by Luca, and I mean, there's only been one time he won with his opening. So I just got a free draw. So now we'll move on to my next game. My first game is white. I really like this Rook F4 line. I've been playing it for a long time, and in my prep, I knew that Rook B6 was a mistake. The study's kind of old, so I say I like Rook B6 playing with black, but in reality, I don't, because this is what happens. We have Knight captures C1 after Rook captures Bishop E2, and my position is better. What black can try to do is something like this. Takes, and I mean, they have maybe some counterplay, but you have to know the line you're going into for that. I see this line a lot now, but I don't think I expected this move from Luca in my preparation. I probably blitzed out Knight F3 immediately because it looks good, but it is the best move. And he captures. Yeah, you can't capture with the point is Knight F3 attacks the queen. It also attacks this rook right here. So he captured the knight. I captured his rook. He queen captures on E2. Apparently, I had played this in a correspondence game and gotten a win, so I was happy when I got to this point. Queen G2 apparently is the best move. Yeah, he gets the rook to move, and you're also attacking this bishop right here. But I played King G4. I was trying to pin the knight, and also trying to just create pressure by moving my king up the board, especially since I was already more than a minute ahead on time. He then goes Rook B5 just to stop from my king from advancing. So now I find Queen G2, Bishop D1, and Rook E1. I knew, the knight is pinned, so I had a free attack on the bishop. Right here, I knew Rook E5 was a blunder. I didn't want to go ahead, so what I should have done is captured like this because I have this move. So once we go there and then we play something like this, it's game over. Um, However, I didn't do that. I wanted to kind of be hesitant, I guess. Just wanted to attack his rook and make that move. But the point is now this doesn't work because this knight controls this square. So now if I move my king here, we have that. And I drop back, and it's there's some counterplay. Not that that wouldn't happen. So unfortunately, I really should have taken more time on that. And okay, I took a whole minute right there. Um, but then I just started kind of playing fast because Luke was in time trouble and didn't end up well for me. Ended up drawing. Game two, we go back to the same line. I just took a draw because I was fine with it. I'm going to try to win a game as white. Here I go for knight g3. I really like this line. It's something I have prepped and have been playing for a very long time. there's so what you're supposed to do is capture right here, and then a lot of times you'll see king b3, to which we respond. I go with knight f5. A lot of guys now play knight e4. I'm not really a fan of that. I like knight f5 just because that's what the move was when I studied. And we might go into something like this. I mean, you could go bishop captures b2 right there. But yeah, this has kind of been the theory I've developed in this line. So I was hoping I could catch Luka out of theory in this, but he just opted to go into a king h3 line. So now he transposed into king h3, and I'm a little better right here. Well, +2 actually. If you're gonna play a line as black, don't go for this knight captures on g3, because you can see. I mean, I've just got a way better position here. I forget that I didn't really even think about 94 or the fact that if I do this, the king has to move somewhere, and then there is no 94 because I'm attacking his rook. I played this in 2 seconds, so I'm just trying to blitz it out and find a way that's winning. Still winning right here. The problem now is that he goes like this, and now I have to move something like this, and it just completely equalizes. The idea here is to play this to make let's say the rook moves here. Now I can go back onto this fourth rank and stop him from moving, but I didn't, and so the game ended in a draw. All right, so this is going to be the exact same as game 1 and 3. Luka's still just draw spamming as white, and I'm just letting him do it because I'm not losing at least, so I can try to fight for wins as white. So it's 2.5 to 2.5 right now. Luka had just requested his break. He was probably going to try to find something else as white, but I went back to the rook f4 line, completely forgetting he had just gone to break. Nowadays, I play knight captures on f3, and it's quite a fun line. But back then, I just played the normal draw line. But he must not have known too much theory for it because rook captures f1, and this is what you play right here. But he goes rook b5, and so I get a nice, I guess you could call it material advantage, which I just completely blunder away, and then we call it draw. I mean, I was terrible back then. Y'all can see it. So okay, so now it's 3-3 going into game 7. Lucas switches up some things as white here. Actually, I did. Okay, I didn't want to go for a draw. I was trying to win right here. So I have knight captures on f1, rook recaptures, bishop h6. He captures my bishop on c2, and then I blundered by playing this rook move. I can't play this, so I'm basically just giving up a rook. Fortunately, Luka blundered this mate right here because I can attack and defend, and so now, well, that's what I played, but what I really have to play is something like bishop f4, so I can go right here. If he goes here, then I've got that, and we just keep playing. But I played queen captures c2 and gave him a mate in 1, so I lost. So now I'm down 4-3. I go with the knight c3 line. that I like to play. I really like this 95, excuse me, idea. But unfortunately, I hadn't played it too much. I was more of a knight G5 guy, but yeah, so I didn't really know the theory and started kind of blundering a little bit. I fortunately got a lucky draw right here because Luka captured for whatever reason. So instead of losing another game, I got a lucky draw, which was nice. I went king b3 right here so I could avoid that last game, and we just went to the same draw line. I mean, this draw line has been spammed for the past 5 years. So now I'm down 5-4, and this is a must-win game for me to advance or to not lose the match. And this is a line I like to get into. It's very fun to play these nights. Um, and as we can tell, Luka kind of just blunders, and I managed to get a nice clean win. So now we're in the tiebreakers. So you play 4 games of 3+2 blitz and tiebreakers. If someone gets like if Luka wins the first game and I draw the second game, he would win the match. If we both draw, we keep playing. If I win both, then he can advance. Pretty self-explanatory. And here I went for the draw line, continuing my match strategy. He switched it up a little bit, but nonetheless, we get a draw. That's why I'm trying to do the same thing again. Went back to the line I just played because I had just gotten a win in it. And I am better right here. Um, I had never seen Queen G7 before, so I was a little unsure how to play. So I decided I would attack this queen. Fortunately, that gives up my other knight. But I had this nice in between Queen C6 idea where I'm attacking the queen and also threatening to go Queen D7. He plays Queen D7, excuse me, Queen D2, so I can't play Queen D7. But unfortunately, he can block it like this, and then you're gonna see a lot of blunders right here. Somehow, I actually don't know how I draw this. After completely giving away the win with this move right here, but Luka doesn't have a lot of time, so I'm just trying to play kind of fast. Once again, I have a mate in 5, but I'm not finding that. This is some insane stuff. Well, not really, but I just now I definitely find it. I don't know why I didn't then. Actually, just trying to play kind of fast. Fortunately, he blundered his piece, so I was able to draw. Managed to survive. I mean, he keeps giving me chances, and I keep hanging around. We play this draw line again. Called a draw right there. I think Roy was mad at us because Roy streamed this match. Also, I just want to point out this match it set the record for the most ever draws in an RKWC match. I know this is boring y'all to death, but yeah, sorry about that. Um, anyway, going to the last game, I go for knight capture C2 just to switch something up. Go rook F5. Just play a standard line. While we are, while my queen controls that 4th rank, this is a very drawn position. As you see, we shuffle pieces around a little bit, end up trading off the rooks. Now I'm just shuffling because I think he offered me a draw at some point. Oh, after king captures F3 on move 17, he offered me a draw, but I wanted to play on. So if I drew this game, we would have gone to 1+0 bullet for the rest of the time, and I knew Luka had me in bullet, so I wanted to see what I could do in blitz. And he ended up blundering, so I was able to capitalize on that, and I took the match from him. So I won 7.5 to 6.5. So after that, how long am I right now? Edit that out. Okay, so after that, I went on to play MMO. So to put that in perspective, so the entire week before I played this match on like a Sunday night or something. The entire week before this match, I was at a summer camp. I had no time to prep. I got home, I was tired. So excuses, yes. Should I have won this match? Probably. I was a little overrated then, to be honest. MMO, he was a solid player. I mean, he was the 4 seed for a reason. Might have been farmed down a little bit. A good player still, though. Knew a lot of theory. a lot of odd theory, we could say. So let's get into it. King G3, I go King B3. I was probably still in that strategy of try to draw. Typically, you see Knight D to E4 play. I don't know why I played that. Yeah, capturing right here would have been a good idea because the king can't go anywhere because of this knight. But I decided Queen B6 and push my king. Um, and as we see, it just kind of goes down here from here. I blundered my rook, although he also blundered kind of. And yeah, once I blundered my bishop, it was over. I'm not going. We played this late too. I was really tired. I don't even think Roy streamed this. Anyway, here's the second game. I'm with white. I go for bishop h4. I don't really play knight captures on c2 anymore, but I used to a lot back in the day. It was kind of my go-to. Um, we've got. I mean, this knight c4 is theory, but this knight e5 is a very interesting idea. It's not really played too often. Well, actually, I mean, it has a purpose, right? The point is to take away this g4 square from my king. Maybe bishop f6 would have been an idea, but I played rook to what's that, e6. So he tries to protect it with rook there. Bishop f6 now would have been a good idea because the knight is pinned on this queen, but I went bishop g2. Played bishop f6 late because he has this, and once you have that, and white is black, excuse me, has a much better position. But he blunders. I should have gone king f4. I'm attacking here. Bishop's still attacking, so there was no threat to immediately capture, but I did. Now I blunder my bishop. He misses it, so I take. Got a nice fork. I take the queen, just because. I mean, I'm still gonna win this match. I've got this nice bishop. And I got the other knight in that, so yeah, I ended up taking the win. Second game. Game 3, I went king b3 again. He goes with queen h4. Really like this line. It's Roy beat Cyber with this in the 2021 RKWC final. No, was that 21? Was that 20? I don't remember who won when. Roy 21, Cyber 22, I make 23. Is that what it was? No, or was it I make 22, Cyber 21, Roy 20. Roy 19, Roy 20, Cyber 21, I make 22, Roy 23, Abby 24. That's what it was. Memories, a little cooked at times. But yeah, so I go with knight captures f2. This, I knew this from playing at Cyber. This is theory. Well, once I got to here, I wasn't really sure what to do, even though this is theory. I know rook a2 now is what you're supposed to play. You know, I've lost with it a lot. Anyway, but I go for knight c4 just so I can go ahead and advance my king. However, I start blundering my pieces. I know y'all are surprised. It's what I do best. Oh, I had a nice in between move right here. Not gonna find that. Anyway, we ended up drawing. How do we draw that? Nice find by me for a nice draw. So yeah, and now I head into I don't think any breaks have been called, but I head for the I play this bishop h4 line again. He goes queen d4. This isn't an accuracy. This knight is the whole purpose. Now this knight's going to be attacking this queen. He's giving me pieces. I'm playing really well right now. I go with the bishop back because I don't want to trade it off. I really like it. I attack the bishop. Sacrificing here might have been a good idea, but I don't. I'm not. I wasn't really going to sacrifice. I blunder my rook here. Then I forgot I could recapture with the bishop, and so I ended up blundering my pieces. He trades. We trade right here, and then I instead of I didn't want to take because that would have been drawn. I thought I still could have played it out a little bit. If I get, I have now this. The whole point of this queen f7 idea is because now I'm going to recapture right here. So we got recaptures. And then yeah, but instead I miss it and I blundered my queen. So kind of stunk. So yeah, now I'm down 2.5 to 1.5, and I go again as black. We go into this king b3 line. I know what I'm doing now since I called break. I pick up the free rook. taking off his squares. I actually thought this was a cute idea, except for the fact because he played this knight move. Let's say, for instance, he plays bishop g2. Then this is a really cute idea because when you capture, I'm recapturing right here, and I've got the rook coming, so I'm winning right here. Just didn't take enough time to calculate it out and think that okay, now I'm sacrificing. But here it's drawn anyway because you have this, so nice little draw. Go to the next game. I'm with white. Go for knight capture c2. Go bishop h4 again. Same line as the first game we played, except now I pick up the the knight. And yeah, now I'm getting into a good position. Would have been nice if I would have remembered to capture the bishop, but I didn't. End up blundering my own knight. Um, oh, knight captures d1 is nice, but I have to protect this bishop, so I protect it by attacking. And he blundered. Oh, he blundered his, yeah. He just gave me an extra bishop, which is, those bishops are vital. They do a good job on them diagonals. I mean, that's the whole point of this opening. But yeah, so I equalize, and then this is where it all starts to get bad. Starts to get bad. Excuse me. I play the theory right here. I've got it going good. We're in a drawn position. Okay. I think capturing was fine. Knight c3 probably does a better job, but I capture. Now the problem is I have to figure out a way to attack his queen. Well, now it's not pinned anymore, but when I had it pinned, I could have done a better job with it. And right here, I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, this is an idea. Well, then you have this. So queen c6. He can capture. Then you have this. But I mean, you're looking fine right now. Probably definitely drawn, I'd say, yeah. But instead, I completely blundered my queen, and this is where it starts to go downhill. So now I'm down one. I go this bishop h4 line again. He plays some weird theory stuff, and I blundered my pieces. Resigned. It just wasn't in a. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Oh no, I resigned because of this, but I mean, this isn't too bad of a position right now. It's still pretty bad, but just ended up resigning. So yeah, then I got here as black. I needed a win. He went for a really drawish line, and I mean, made a really nice find with this bishop, and then this rook d7 idea. So hats off to him. He outplayed me in that one, but I really felt like